Morning.
Well, today I want to talk to you about one of the women that inspired me the most and that I found her history of life most interesting. This woman is Frida Kahlo. For me, Frida Kahlo is a very passionate woman and one of the most iconic women of the Mexican culture. I will begin by explaining to you a little bit about her background, about her childhood. Frida Kahlo suffered as a young girl physical pain because she was in a bus accident that caused her an injury in her back. Frida Kahlo spent many years of her life in bed, and this led her to begin painting self-portraits. She explained that this was the reality she knew. This was all she could see lying in bed. So she began painting self-portraits of herself. And well, many people consider that this was a tragic event in her life. But personally, I see it as a tragic event that led to her beginning as a painter. This was what initiated her career as a painter. So later on, years after, as you may know, Frida Kahlo met Diego Rivera, who was a very famous and a very talented muralist. Frida Kahlo decided to show Diego Rivera her paintings, and Diego Rivera truly believed that Frida Kahlo was a very talented painter. So years later, they married. However, her parents considered that Diego Rivera was a man that was too old for Frida. She was a very young woman and he was too old for her. Many people also considered that he was fat and that he was ugly. And Frida was a young and beautiful woman. However, despite what everybody believed about Diego, Frida loved him. Frida loved him and she felt inspired by him. She admired what Diego Rivera did as a person, and she admired him as a muralist, as an artist. So this was one of the major events of Frida Kahlo's life. However, years later, Frida Kahlo and Diego Rivera divorced. As you may know, or maybe you don't know this about him, but during the relationship they had many infidelities. From his part and her part. However, there was one specific event that happened that Diego Rivera had an affair with Frida Kahlo's sister Cristina. So this was the major event that caused her to say, no, I can't be with him anymore, so they divorced. However, many years after, they felt that they couldn't be apart from each other, so they decided to get remarried. So this was one of the most influential aspects of her life. Also, I want to share to you about her artistic life. She was very influenced by the indigenous Mexican culture, as you can see in the way she dressed and in the way she reflected this in her art. The symbolic aspects that she used were based on religious aspects. I don't know if you have seen in some of her paintings, she also includes a monkey that was considered a Mexican symbol of lust. However, she saw it as, she painted it as a protective and strong symbol. And finally, she also reflected in her personal experiences. She had many operations, she had many miscarriages, abortions, and she reflected this pain in her art. So what I want to say and what I want to tell you is that I am inspired by Frida Kahlo by the fact that she can reflect her pain in art. And I am a very artistic person, so I think that this is one of the most greatest aspects of her that inspires me, to reflect the passion we feel, the pain we could be feeling, express it in art, express it in a poem, in a song, in anything you want to do, but express it. So that's my personal experience with Frida.